Well, this is the third take on this particular thing. I don't know what went wrong, but anyway, I want to tell you about something, how I got started with sculpting after the age of, I was over 60. I had wanted to do it for so many years. I was listening to the radio, which I did regularly for hours at a time while working in my own house, and I heard this man say that if something has been bothering you, he was speaking to, he was a broadcaster, and I would listen to the news and every other thing that happened on the station, the radio station, and while doing my work, I would hear all this, and he said 3 words. He said, if something's been bothering you, just do it. So I thought to myself, wow. I mean, it hit me like a light bulb going up in my, opening up in my head. And the next day, I went to a foam manufacturing plant, which happened to be just maybe about 5 to 6 miles from my home. After calling them, I told them I was coming. I wanted a piece of foam. And I was talking to the owner himself, I found out. He greeted me nicely, and I felt I was interfering with his day, because it's a factory that makes mass production. And they supply builders and so forth, and maybe on occasion a sculptor or two. Anyway, he took me into his plant, and he showed me the machinery that produces it from raw material into a foam structure. And he asked me how big a piece I wanted. So I showed him with my hands, about like this, about this wide, about this thick, whatever, and this high. And it was actually about 2.5 feet high that I wanted. And he told his man at the machine to produce it. And the man did, and brought it to the boss, who was standing next to me. And the boss looked at it and said, no, there's got an imperfection here. Make another one. So the man went back and produced another one, brought it to the boss. And the boss looked at it and looked at me as though, boy, this is really ridiculous today as far as the production goes. And it had a huge slit through the center of it. Now, I had no idea what I was going to sculpt. I knew I was going to do whatever I did abstractly and also spontaneously without designing it in advance in 3 dimension. So he told the man to make another one. And at that point I felt, well, this guy's being too nice to me. So I said, I'll take this one. This is okay. So he looked at me like, that's ridiculous. But I looked like I meant what I said. And so he handed it to me, and then I reached into my pocket. I wanted to pay him. And he said, no, if you can use this, he said, forget about it. You don't owe me anything. And that was it. The next day I started to sculpt. And that piece, I think, one of my nicest pieces that I ever did. And it happened to be of a harder material than I used later on, when I became a little more sophisticated in the material and the various ways it could be produced, different hardnesses, for example. And that was it. So my message to you is not to start sculpting unless you want to sculpt. You may want to do something else you've been wanting to do for a long time. Just do it. That's my message. Goodbye for today. Bye.
Better be good. Damn it.